The ZihKing is here, the ZihKing is here. So I said, no man, I have to take the name, ZihKing. So that's how the ZihKing came about.
Right.
So I came back to Jamaica, finished up school, started a career in engineering. And then I said, no man, music is my thing. Music is my thing. So I just said goodbye to that and
started. So part of the engineering thing?
Yeah.
What up peeps, welcome to another episode of Next Frideh. Now this week, we're here vibing with King Shaladon, aka ZihKing.
Yes, no man.
Yo, big up in my general.
Oh.
Now, listen, this man wears many hats. So, we're talking about some of the producing side of things to kick things off this week.
Well, this is ZihKing and this is my bass. This is where I do all of my production. So the producer side of me I deal with making beats, recording artists, writing songs, the whole works. Anything that deals with music production, I can get it done. Right? Anything to deal with sounds, I can get it done. That's my forte.
Yeah, man.
But originally, I started out as a producer originally, like in primary school, and I discovered the software to create music.
Right.
And that's how it all started. And I mess around, do some things, but that time it wasn't that musical. So I couldn't just give it to somebody and say, sing on this.
Yeah.
So I said, no, let me try myself. Let me just do it myself. So that's how I started adding lyrics. The artist side emerged from that time. So roughly, like I started in 2005 with the producing, and then 2008, I believe 2007, 2008, the artist side of me emerged to combine the whole thing.
Alright, so here one now. Remember understand how the name thing go now. How you come up with them name then now? Cause
it's a bit of a journey now. So
yeah.
My real name is Charlemagne Henry.
Right. And
in high school we had this crew. And then everybody started to change the name to this. Like, use a part of the name and add Lala to it. So, in my case, it was Shalalala. Right. So that was the initial.
So like a sing one tune, you know.
Exactly. So that was the first thing, Shalalala.
Yeah.
And then that was my artist name in school. Everybody knew me as Shala, A.R. Shalalala.
Right.
But it sounded too comedic. So, like in 2011, I changed it to Shaladon.
Right.
And then I remember it was 2017 or something like that. I was being introduced on stage by Elva.
Yeah.
Bless up Elva.
Yes, sir. You know it go.
Zina, she introduced me. She asked me what I want to call myself, and I said Shaladon. She said, you look kingly, man. Me like your outfit and so forth. So she said King Shaladon. And I said,
Elva, they are so good with the name now.
Yes. So that's how the King Shaladon came about.
Yeah.
That time I had this single called Ugly Girl. And it was, everybody liked the song. And I remember going to the States and, the work and travel program in university. Right. And I shared it with some of my Filipino friends and they say, King Shaladon, they like the song. So every time they see me, they're like, the ZihKing is here, the ZihKing is here. So I said, no man, I have to take the name, ZihKing. So that's how the ZihKing came about.
Right.
So I came back to Jamaica, finished up school, started a career in engineering. And then I said, no man, music is my thing. Music is my thing. So I just said goodbye to that and
started. Part of the engineering thing?
Yeah.
So you had actually completed that degree?
Yeah man, completed the degree, started working as a junior engineer.
Yeah.
And that just ended it there because I've been battling throughout university, the music and the engineering. Because I sacrifice a lot I sacrifice a lot of my time in university because I know the importance of education.
Right.
And you know, grow up rich, you're poor, you grow up poor, your people must struggle. And I think it was the right thing to do to focus on the whole school aspect of things, keep music in the background, right? And then after I finished, I had the opportunity to make my decision, to make my choice. Yeah, man. So I decided to just go start ZihKing music.
Yeah, man.
And then the rest
is history,
exactly.
As I always say.
Straight.
But where you hail from, though? Tell us a little about your background. Where you hail from?
Yeah, man. My father from Gutters, Montego Bay, St. James, rather. Zine. So that's where I born and grow.
Right.
Went to Cornwall College, one wall, big up the school.
See?
And
I have some family they attend Cornwall too, but after the year we talk.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, Cornwall, and I went to UTech. And then when I started UTech, that's when I started living in Kingston. I think it was 2012. I moved to Kingston, and Kingston is my place now.
Going back to the musical side of things, though, you know, tell me some of the projects that you're working on currently, and some of the projects that you have put out already.
Alright, so the main project, my debut was a project called Among the Hangers. So in final year university, I was so diligent doing project and schoolwork, and I said, no man, I need to do something for my music. I need something to, as a mark, like a milestone to say I need to accomplish this. So I was doing summer work at the time. So the little money when I get a summer work, I buy my little equipment them and get the thing started learning how to mix songs and so forth, because at that time I only compose instrumental and write lyrics.
Okay.
So I had to learn all of that. So I started teaching myself how to do the thing. And at the time I was with some family members, and in the room they had a decent size closet. Because I couldn't pay for rent, so I have to hitch with the family member, them will have it. And them have in the room I had a decent sized closet. So I set up the whole recording booth in there, everything.
Look here, hold on. A decent sized closet, and you set up whole heap of things.
No man, it was like
that's like a walk-in closet.
No man, it's not like
a living closet.
Not like a walk-in closet or anything like that. It's just like, well, imagine a door, you take 4 doors. And it's that's size.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the closet, and catch up me like this same thing right here.
Yeah, the mic
stand and everything. And I started doing the entire project. I recorded everything in the closet. So I decided to name it Among the Hangers. Right?
Makes sense.
So it was a 8-track EP. I think they would classify that as an album, but I say it's an EP.
Yeah.
Right, and so that's out there now from 2017.
Okay.
And then since then I've been doing singles, some 1-hour singles, and then this year I released my latest EP, a 5-track EP.
Yeah.
Now I'm proud of that work there, right?
This 5-track one.
Yes, this 5-track one. I'm really proud of the work. I'll go on with that one there, because that one I was going through a period, and is that the whole project liberate me from that state of depression.
Oh.
Right, so the 5-track EP was like a note to myself and note to young men going through this crisis, going through depression, going through having suicidal thoughts, all of the darkness that I have to do with growing up and learn and finding a place in the world. And then and I'm so proud of the quality and everything, because I compose everything, record everything, write everything myself, and I've actually have a documentary of me doing everything on my YouTube
should be interesting
page.
To watch. Yeah man.
So that
tell them same time where to find YouTube.
The name of the project is The Devil and His Friends.
Okay.
By King Shaladon, and if you go on my YouTube page, King Shaladon, you'll find it. You find the whole works and the documentary itself.
Yeah man.
Yeah man. So after doing that, as I say, I feel liberated and more creative after that point, because it's Grammy quality. I mean, I'm boast. I normally keep it humble, but that one day, Grammy quality.
Well, people now go check it out put the comment them under in the comment section and make King Shaladon know what go on.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's the latest, and it was released in February. So a recent works that.
Yeah, man. So it's still
fresh, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, but I'm curious though. What kind of depression? What was the mindset at that point in time? What were you going through, if you can share? Yeah,
you see the entrepreneur life.
Yeah.
Enough for everybody. Because you have to boss up yourself and you have to be a good employee at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And then I ended a relationship during that period. So it's like a combination of the struggle with that is like sending an instant depression. And we take it for granted, we laugh, and like we expect man to stand strong and not show no form of emotion. But the reality is that we experience it and we have to have a way to process it. So that time I was reading this book, and this book kind of draped me up in a way. So for everything, I refrain from blaming the world and being entitled. Mm-hmm. So it's like that is like a compound effect of me need to do something.
Yeah.
Me need to do something. Me need to get myself out of this state, and my responsibility and me. Right?
You have to also man up.
Exactly. Ironic. Yeah. You have to man up. Yeah, you have to man up and tackle the road. So, as I say, I just face the reality, face the change, face the all of what I have to start do, and all of them things there. Put the past aside and then say, oh, straight ahead. Yeah, did the EP, close that chapter, moving on strong now.
Right. And I mean, but you look like a youngster originally. You look like you're under 30 same way.
27.
See that?
Since that day.
See that? Youngster same way, man. So, but I mean, music is always a good outlet.
Yeah.
And I mean, once you can put forward some good music, it will also inspire other youths. You know?
Yeah, man.
But tell me a little bit about, probably some of the entertainers who you have worked with or who you would want to work with as a producer first and then as an artist.
Well, who I've worked with, I've notably recently I did a track with Devin the Doctor.
Yeah.
And we have some more works in the pipeline. We create that link, so yeah, man, enough more works.
Remind the people about that track there.
Yeah, that's and the song name Remember Me. Zine.
So remember that track there.
Yeah, remember that
me.
Exactly. Zine, so you can check out Devin the Doctor track called Remember Me. We did a video right here in the studio, like a little visualizer.
Okay. Yeah, man.
So yeah, and then I have some more links. No one to talk about and jinx the thing.
Right.
But yeah.
Only for works in the pipeline.
Exactly, but mostly ZihKing I get all of the linkages, right?
Right.
And then they make the link with King Shaladon after.
Yeah, man.
Right, so but I love to work with anybody. Because reggae, dancehall, whether chop them or sing about or whatever, I want to work with anybody.
But you know the art. What your type of music is more geared towards the reggae side of things, or you're dabbling a little dance or chop?
It mix up,
everything blend up.
blend up. That's why it's so challenging, because I don't want to confine myself, which is probably a good thing sometimes. You want to catch a target market and feed them. Mm-hmm. But the good thing about ZihKing is that him give me the chance to be creative with King Shaladon and just enjoy the music as it is.
Right.
Because growing up, I got since late, like after 2010 them time, the Protege had a lot of influence on my sound. Started listening Chronic, so I got a lot of that influence. Yeah, but then I start mix up that now with the Kanye West and the J. Cole and the Kendrick Lamar. And then after that now, I start mix up that with some R&B from some foreign artists.
Yeah.
As you probably don't know some of them names. And then start mix up the that with some of the mumble rappers type of flow, and so it's like just enjoy the process and just create music.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I might have an idea in my head, and then I have an artist in mind. I just call them up and get the track out, whether it is my style or whatever. Just allow the creative thing to just unfold into whatever it is.
What would you say is one of the greatest challenges as a producer, and I mean as a young producer, and as a young artist?
One technical challenge is just the whole music industry in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. Like we don't really have any proper label. There's just only a few out there, and like the ones them that call themselves labels, like most of them are just distributors, right? So we don't have any proper label. Like most of the labels that are out here, they need to be signed to something foreign for you to see the real benefit. Mm-hmm. Signed to the Atlantic and the all of these big records in the States. So that's one challenge. So it's like there's no formal system in place for musicians. I like to work with most of the artists as a producer. You have to educate them about the process before going forward, because they can end up in really sticky legal situation, right? And that's a challenge by itself for the producer side of things. And then for the artist side of things now, it's just the market is bought out to the point that it's so hard to organically get people to see your music. Mm-hmm. Even if it is good, there's like the whole ad space and the whole promotional space on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of the social media platforms. It is saturated by people who have the money to promote their music. So like you would genuinely on the side, hashtag can't go help you. It's like you have to truly be viral for you to really make any big impact or spend a lot of money on promotion.
And there's no set formula for going viral. It's sometimes just sheer luck.
Sheer luck, yeah. So luck play a big part in it. Yeah. Massive part in it. So it's like if luck play a big part in it, it's like it's gambling, right? So it's like the whole thing is like a gamble at times. But I have my ways and means. As I say, ZihKing keep the thing afloat, because ZihKing is a legit business, right? So you have to know how to get your find a target market and get them in, promote to them, use that promotional money supposed to can generate back money for the business and so forth. So you keep it flowing. But on the side of the artist, you don't do any shows right now.
Exactly.
See? And all of these things will generate funds. So you have to deal with streaming money a little bit.
Yeah, man.
You have to actually have buzz before you actually see any little cent and so forth. So it's a big challenge regarding the whole monetization of it, the artist side, and then for the producer side is like the formal legal aspect of the thing is shady all over the place.
Why people I want to tell us, before the interview actually started, we were reasoning, and him say a thing to me, and him say, what he said, the producer make the money and the artist spend it, because he wears many caps. Yeah. So the producer cap make some money, the artist cap spend it back. but I mean, how you even balance something like that though?
The challenge, and to be honest, I don't think me balance it how would I like to balance it. But the good thing about me doing music, the most important thing is that most people, they go about in life searching for a meaning. Right. I have this as my meaning, my purpose. Yeah, so the thing with most times people just want the niceness out of things. But me love the struggles, me love the highlights, me love the stress, me love everything.
Everything that comes with it.
So it's like it's hard to escape, because it's like I'm at home in this whole music thing. So whether it is challenging or not, we still do it and we still go press. And at the end of the day, me do music because me love it.
Yeah.
If the pressure of money start make me not love it anymore, straight to Babylon, my gone. Straight to Babylon, because it can't take away the joy. Once the joy start deplete in any way, shape or form, then back to Babylon. Because Babylon, you can get the money, you have a formal education, have work experience, so you can get money.
Yeah.
I'm living in a nice zone now where I can make money from music and I can enjoy it at the same time. And I compromise in the whole enjoyment of it. But if it reach that point where it starts suck the soul out of it, we always have the option then.
Right.
Because I'm not going to be enslaved to. Because like it's the same thing. People complain about being enslaved to the system.
Right.
9 to 5, this and that. Imagine coming to the thing you love and being enslaved by the money and the economics of it. It's the same thing, so you have to know what you're doing and maintain the balance there.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, as I look around the studio, we see keyboard and guitar and them something. You play these instruments or...
Yeah, man, we play
all of them?
Well, the guitar and the keyboard specifically. Right. And then like there's this digital instrument I have called a push. I'm learning that too. It's a very strange instrument, but it's closely linked to the keyboard.
Okay.
Right, but I
so
can't say...
it resembles... It's a resemblance
I can show you it. Yeah, so this is the push. And I cheat in the thing because the keyboard... I'm like intermediate.
Wait up for that camera. Yeah, the push.
This is the
push.
Yeah, so this is the push, and I use it with the software to create music. It's very simple using that. Originally, I used the keyboard, but I realized that I can get super creative with this.
Okay.
And then the guitar now, my favorite instrument.
Yeah.
So both of them, I'm intermediate on both of them. I'm not a master on any of them as yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm good enough to create music with them and I practice every day. Currently, I'm focusing on working on this portfolio.
Yeah.
I want a wide variety of tracks, namely 10 for now, and then I start promoting the whole thing. But it's sufficient enough. I have business coming in and so forth.
Right.
But I want to have those 10 tracks as like a halo, and then I start reach out to the bigger artists, because you can't go to them without having something to show.
Yeah, man.
and surprisingly enough, just by doing that, the intention alone, some of them reach out to you.
Okay.
Right. A lot of them reach out to you, and some works is in the pipeline.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And then the artist side of things now, same thing, because one link make the next link.
Yeah. Well.
So collab go on and them thing there.
Yeah, well.
And ghostwriting.
So you do a lot of ghostwriting, or that's...
Well, I do some ghostwriting for some small artists, no big massive name out there as yet, right? But I enjoy writing songs, and you'll be surprised to hear the songs that I come up with versus what you hear me sing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you write for somebody else, probably totally different from what you write for yourself.
Exactly. Because I even write for women too, and like it is like a complete different thing.
Man, you have to put on a whole different persona, man. You put yourself in the...
You have to do them justice, because you can't do it from a man's perspective.
Right. So
yeah.
I mean, with writing, you have to just get creative, man.
Yeah, man.
All that is happening nowadays, though, with the COVID thing and the lack of shows and things. What are some of the impacts, on you personally and on the music?
Well, me very malleable, and as me say, me take responsibility at all times.
Yeah.
So sometimes we feel tempted to say, yo, can't bother with the curfew, and me can't bother with this COVID thing. But straying away from that and focusing on alternative things I can do, and focus on. Yeah, and the artists them really no business, them a get work done same way. Them a come a studio, them a mix them song, them a do everything. It's just that them not probably getting any performances, but them a put in the work. And surprisingly enough, because they don't have so much performances, they focus a lot on streaming and getting a lot of songs out there. Right. So they have to keep pushing out songs. So because of that now, people like me who have the studio benefit.
Better for the producer, them.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
So production non-stop.
Yeah. So what's that holy for traffic when you're ready?
Yeah, man. It's like I have to say it's a blessing, because in the world of business you have to do promotion to get business in.
Yeah, man, definitely.
I did that once, and I haven't done it since then. So there's a lot of referrals and people just organic things that's coming about. Right, I plan to do some more, but I need to set up certain things in place because I would be
overwhelmed.
Exactly. And I need to. Man. Yeah, man. Exactly. So that's the case. I don't want to get overwhelmed. So I'm redesigning the studio, setting up the things in the foundation in place so that I can bring in more people.
All right. Well, I mean, remind all viewers again where they can find you on your socials and.
Yeah, man. So. King Shaladon everywhere, KINGSHALADON, just like that. Facebook.
Everything counts.
Everywhere counts. So Instagram, YouTube, the main places, and Spotify in there now, so you can check out my tracks there. Them at the whole works, and ZihKing also. So ZihKing, ZihKing.com. ZihKing on YouTube, ZihKing on Facebook, Instagram. Right.
All right. ZihKing.
Yes, no man.
King Shaladon. Look here, man. Real vibe, real youth, and him a put in the work, both as a producer and as an artist. So, go follow him. Check out all his socials. Check out him YouTube. Whole heap of work out there and whole heap to come.
Bless.
It was great vibing we did this week here, King Shaladon.
Oh.
ZihKing.
Alright.
Well, peeps, there you have it. Another exciting episode of Next Frideh. Now remember to go share, like, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything. Right? Because remember, say Next Frideh, every Friday. We out.